38 minutes after the hour. Once again, the great transformation begins this fall. More than 1 million high school seniors will become college freshmen. It's a chance that few 18-year-olds are prepared for. That's why John Spiropoulos wrote and produced a video called College Freshman Survival Guide. He joins us this morning along with Katie Volman, a college sophomore who admits she suffered through her freshman year and lived to tell about it. Thanks very much for showing up this morning. John, are you as surprised as I always am how unprepared young people are for freshman
Well, think about
year?
it. It's like going to another planet. The atmosphere is different. There's no gravity. It seems like students are bounding around all over the place. Lots of freedom, unstructured time, no parents, virtually no rules. The kids can't adjust to all that freedom. They can't adjust to the academic challenge. And the emotional transition from high school to college is often very traumatic.
Katie, what was the biggest thing that hit you when you walked into that dorm the very first time?
Well, I think it was overwhelming. Overall, the academics, as well as being able to go wherever you want, and there's always something to do besides study or go to your class or whatever. There's always...
Or play, is
right.
what you
There's
were
more play.
about to say.
And I think everyone is like pulling you in the dorms to go out, and not necessarily to go to the library or study, but go down to a party down the street or, you know.
And Katie fell into the usual traps. Did you go to class every day? Did you go to all the classes?
Yeah, I made it to my classes.
But
it
you
was
were
more
late.
Showing up 5 minutes late, and then you miss the introduction to the class.
Did you sit in the front or the back? When you sit in the front, you get better grades.
Yeah. When
Is that true?
Oh, yeah.
I always sat in the back. This explains everything.
So you sat in the back quite often in the first semester, but the second semester turned around.
Right. Second semester, I was almost always in the front. Always had my reading assignments prepared. You know, did my homework usually ahead of time. That way, the professor, I knew what he was going to be talking about, knew the vocabulary.
Katie, you had good grades in high school, and they plummeted in your freshman year, right?
Right. In high school, I actually did very well, and my first semester in college was just like a big shock. I thought academically I could do the same amount of work as I did in high school for college and come out with the same grades.
And John, what are you suggesting now? How can future freshmen, about to be freshmen, and their parents prepare themselves?
Well, what we've done is identify all the target areas, including academics, freedom, date rape, sex, AIDS, all those kinds of things. And we interviewed students in the College Freshman Survival Guide video, and they give the advice, which is really critical. They don't want to hear from me. I'm another parent.
Yeah.
You're another parent. They want to hear from the kids, and it works. And what we'd like people to do is send their kids off with this information, or send them the tape when they finally get to school. And if I could, it's 800-678-3344. It's our 800 number,
Okay.
678-3344.
You got it.
And what I want people to hear is the students are going to say, these are the kids of the 90s now, but they're going to give you old-fashioned words like discipline, responsibility, buckling down. Those are the messages from the kids, very strong messages, and kids like Katie will take note when they see it.
And Katie, you found out, and John, you certainly found out in your surveying that alcohol is one of the biggest problems on campus.
Not
one. Just with that hangover the morning after.
It's the #1 problem. Alcohol is a factor in 40% of all academic problems, 28% of all dropouts from college. It's very serious, and we give very strong messages, and I'm a parent, and I'm not about to tell kids it's okay to drink. Very strong messages in the video, but again, it's the students who say, listen, you can have fun without drinking.
And what about the relationships that develop in college? What do you tell people like Katie about how to handle those new relationships? Katie, I imagine that was a big problem, meeting all those new people.
Well, actually, I guess I was lucky. I know a lot of colleges are doing this now. We have what's called a Manresa program, which is like orientation. And you go and you meet all the new freshmen. You, I guess basically you get acquainted with the campus.
It's a good idea.
She's one of the cases where you get over-involved, and in other cases kids get under-involved. The #1 thing about success in your freshman year is to join something, a club, a team, those kinds of things.
Well, John, thank you very much. I wish you had the video out when I went to school. I survived, and a lot of us survived, but it sure would have been easier. Thank you, Katie. Thank you, John.